Hi guys! You can't really see it, but I am surrounded by mess right now. I've got loads of stuff all around me, and hopefully it is all going to fit in these 2 diaper bags. We are flying to the US tomorrow for my friend's wedding and to visit with my family. And it's our first time traveling with Riley, who is now 7 months and I think like a week and a half or something, if anybody's wondering how old she is for this trip. So this is what we are going to bring with us on the plane. And there might be like a couple other things added in, like my husband's iPad, my husband's phone, maybe some other random things that he might find to put in there. But otherwise, this is everything that's going on the plane and nothing else. And you're probably going to hear whining in the background because I've got a very grumpy baby today, all day yesterday, all day the day before that. And it's been very hard trying to pack, but that is life, right? But I'm hoping that by doing this video, it'll help me like kind of check myself off and make sure that I'm not missing any holes. So for starters, the diaper bags. This is my diaper bag. Well, they're both my diaper bags, but this is mine in the sense that it's the girly looking one. And this is it's by the company By Stroom, and it's the Bea bag. And this is in, I don't remember, light gray, or I don't remember what the color was called. Light, natural, whatever. I don't know. They have so many colors. But I like it because it's nice and big. It opens up in the middle, and it's got 2 sides. And then there is a middle section as well. So this is a nice big bag, and it is going to hold a lot. Nice big bag. And then we've also got the Baby Mule backpack, which is also a messenger bag, and it also has stroller straps. So this is the nice multifunctional bag. And this is going to be the bag that my husband is going to carry as his carry-on. So let's get going and let's see what I can fit in here. Oh, look, I've already got a little cloth in there, so I'll take that out. So we're starting from scratch. First things first. These are nappy bags. We're traveling with a baby. We need nappies. So I've got a lot of nappies because I would rather have more than enough than not enough. But at the same time, I don't want to travel with too many because you don't want to travel with more than what you need. So I'm going against myself there. But normally we cloth nappy Riley, but with traveling, we are going with disposables. It is just going to be so much easier. And there was also the issue of obviously heading to the airport and everything. If we were doing cloth nappies, she would be in cloth nappies. And I'm not even sure if you can go through security. I couldn't think of what it was called. I'm not sure if you can even go through security with like wet nappies, because like they have this whole thing about wet stuff, don't they? Anyway, it would be a lot to travel with because I would need like a full day's worth of what she's been using, because obviously anything that she's used that day I have to travel with because I can't leave like dirty nappies at home for like the entire time we're gone, right? So anyway, we're using cloth nappies, not cloth nappies, we're using disposable nappies. And the ones I'm going with, I ended up testing a couple different brands basically this past month, kind of making sure that because she's going to be in these disposables for about 20 hours, the trip itself is only supposed to be about 7.5 hours in the plane, but then you've got the time in the airports on both ends, you've got the time traveling in the car, and you've got the time in the house beforehand that you're not going to be doing laundry. So she's going to be in disposables for about 20 hours. I wanted to make sure she wasn't going to get a nappy rash from them. So the brand that I ended up going with, that she's going to be traveling with, are Bamboo Nature. And I have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 nappies here, and there's 4 more in this bag. So this bag is just the bag that we can grab out really quickly, and it's got everything we need in it for a nappy change, minus the wipes, because we're carrying obviously big things of wipes. But so in here I've got 4 more nappies. I've got her nappy balm, I've got an extra little cloth to wipe her up if she's like extra wet from the wipes, but the wipes generally don't leave you that wet. But you know, I like her bum to be nice and dry. And then on the back of this, there is her changing mat and a wet bag, just in case, you know, her clothes get dirty and they need to go in there. Or I am traveling with a couple of nappies, cloth nappies, just in the event that she does get a nappy rash. I do want to have cloth nappies on hand to, what am I trying to say? Just to give her rash a little bit of a break. So I've got one with just a normal, these are bamboo charcoal ones. I love these the best. And then there's a bamboo liner in there because she is on solids now, so her poos have changed a bit. But this just has one bamboo insert in them, and that can last her like a good 2 to 3 hours if it has to. Normally at home I try to change them every hour to 2 hours. I say try to, because obviously sometimes things happen and you like don't even realize that you haven't changed your baby's nappy. I know that sounds horrible, but that is just life. And then I've also got one set up for her nighttime nappy. If things look promising that she is going to sleep on the plane, then I'm going to pop her in this thing, and this thing would last her the entire plane trip if she is sleeping. So this has like a couple boosters in it, and this is what she would normally sleep in at home overnight. So, well, I actually just started sleeping her in these because I found that this system is just a little bit more absorbent and fits her a little bit better than what I'd had her sleeping in previously. But anyway, this will actually last her the entire plane ride, and make these completely unnecessary if need be. But that's only going to be if she's sleeping. Otherwise, I don't really want her in this super bulky, uncomfortable kind of nappy thing for the plane ride if she's going to be awake. It doesn't bother her in her sleep, though. It doesn't honestly bother her when she's awake either. It doesn't seem to bother her. But, so let's start packing up a little bit. I'm going to put... most of the nappy stuff is going to go into the bag that my husband's going to be carrying, with the exception of I will put 2 of the nappies into my purse, nappy bag, just so I have them on hand if I need them really quickly. So he will get the rest of the nappies in there. Next, I've got 2 things of wipes, just because... once again, I was testing out different brands and stuff. I like the water wipes for home use. Normally we use cloth wipes at home as well. But the issue with the water wipes that I didn't want to travel with them was that the water wipes don't seal very well. And I've had them leak inside of my nappy bags before in the past because I was using them originally for when we just go on trips and stuff. So I've got the Bamboo Nature. This is the same brand of the disposable nappies that I'm using. And then I've also got Earth Friendly Baby, because once again, I was just testing out different brands to try to find ones that I liked. And actually, both of these seem to be fine, and this is what I have left of them. I will probably end up actually wanting to buy another thing of wipes. So I'm hoping that they'll have at least water wipes, because water wipes I think are quite easy to come by at the airport. But if they don't, it's, you know, we'll make do with what we have. But I will put one of these in the husband's nappy bag and one in mine. Cover all my bases. Get the cloth nappies in here. So that is all the, oh, and I have another wipe thingy that will go, I can actually put that into mine. Also, I've got another, where is it? These are just some water wipe samples, so I'll throw those in my bag as well. And I've got another changing pad. So my husband has a changing pad in his bag, and I've got one in my purse. Just in the event that, like, for some reason we're not together, and one of us has the baby and the other one doesn't, and she needs a change, we both have everything we need to change her. If I need to carry all this stuff anyway, I might as well kind of split it up between us, right? So for clothes on the plane, obviously she will be in an outfit, but I'm also bringing a sleep suit for her, a nice warm one, because planes tend to be kind of cold. So I plan to change her into the sleep suit probably when we get to the airport, like after we've gone through security and everything. Hopefully at least definitely before we get on the plane. I don't mean definitely before we get on the plane, but hopefully before we get on the plane. That's the goal. I also have, this is what she'll be sleeping in most likely when she's in the US. So I have this in here as well because it is going to be very hot there. So we'll see. I might change her into this when we get to the airport in the US. I might change her in the airport while we're waiting for our bags. I might go in the bathroom and change her into this just so when we go outside she's not like incredibly hot in this because the weather is really hot there right now. I've also got a hoodie just to throw on her really quickly because like I said, airports and airplanes tend to be very cold, so just an extra layer if she needs it. A little hat and some booties. So the, let's see, jacket I'm going to put into my bag. The booties I'm going to put into my bag. And the rest of the clothes I'm going to put into this little bag, and these are going to go into the nappy bag that my husband's carrying with the nappies. And that's actually everything I'm going to put into my husband's bag with the exception of I'm also going to give him at least one toy to give to her if she wants something to play with, if he has to change her nappy. So that just took up the back section of the baby mule. There's loads of other pockets in here, but I'm going to let my husband use that for whatever he wants to add into his carry-on so that he has space to, like, you know, have stuff for himself as well. So the rest of what I've got, obviously, most importantly perhaps, is our passports. So Riley and Duncan are on British passports and I'm on an American passport because I'm not a citizen here yet. And then, of course, we've got all our travel details along with, like, car park reservations and the car hire reservation that we're doing while we're in the U.S., all that kind of stuff. I've got all that paperwork, and I've also got, this is my schedule for while I'm in the U.S. I've just kind of been trying to keep track of, you know, what plans I have with what people on what days, because I can't keep things in my head anymore. My head is like a sieve. Things go straight through it. So this is all going in the little center pocket in the baby mule. This will be completely separate from all the baby stuff, just so it's really quick and easy to get to. So while I'm in that pocket, the only other things I'm going to put into this pocket are my wallet. Gotta have my wallet, right? I've also got a wallet with American stuff in it, so this is just my normal wallet that I use, and right now obviously this is like all my British stuff. So I've got like a couple like random like club card kind of, not clubs, but you know, like you get like supermarket like discount cards and stuff like that. I have them still from when I lived in the US, so I have them in there with just the small amount of American cash that I have left over from the last time I was there. So I've got that. And I've got my headphones, and I've just stuck them inside of this little baggie just so they don't get tangled up in everything else, because I hate mess. And I'm living in mess. Yay, I can swim in it. So that's in the center pouch, and that is it going in the center pouch. Other things that I've got here. Got a pair of warm socks, the fuzzy kind for the airplane, because my feet always get cold on airplanes, so I would put those in there. I'm going to put these on, no, sorry, I'm organizing this while I'm talking to you guys as well, so I might go back and forth a little bit. I've got a muslin, and this is just the normal size muslin. I do have the swaddle sized ones, but they're just so big, and Riley doesn't really need the muslins that often. This is just if I want to cover up a little bit for modesty. That could help us out. It also is a nice light blanket. You can use a muslin for 1,000 things, you know, wipe up if she happens to make a mess with spit. She doesn't really do that ever. But I've got a muslin because if you're a mom, you've always got a muslin. This is just one of those little carrier bags that kind of folds into itself, just so if we like start picking up other things, this is easier to carry than the kind of like shopping bags that stores give you. I've got a pair of fast flats, so these are just those little kinds of flats that fit into your purse and take up no space. These are actually a gift from the girl who's getting married years ago, but I still have them. I still have them. So I will use these in the plane for like, you know, going to the toilet and stuff like that. And I'll actually probably use them at the wedding as well. Because I is ghetto like that. I ain't dancing in my heels. So I've got those. Another wet bag. So Daddy's got a wet bag in his bag, and I've got a wet bag in my bag. You can't have too many wet bags as a mom, right? Because you just never know what's going to happen. So I've got a wet bag. I've got a sling. And this one is by the brand Sippy. And these are really great because, you know, I can pop this in really quickly and hold Riley in it. Like Riley would go in there and she'd sit in it, so I'm a little bit more hands-free. But this thing takes up like barely any space. So that is going in my purse. We are going to be traveling with the Ergo. That's not going in the bag because one of us will be wearing it. Although honestly, we probably could fit it in Daddy's bag without any issues because I know he's not going to be bringing a lot extra with him. But I just like this for ease of use sometimes because like if I'm going to be doing a hip carry on her, the Lilla Baby in the hip carry is a lot more comfortable and lightweight in the sense that her weight is completely supported in the Lilla Baby. Like I don't feel her weight, but it's bulkier. This is like a lot more streamlined and it doesn't take up any space and like I don't feel restricted by bulkiness. So I love this thing. So I am bringing it with me even though we are traveling, even though we're already traveling with the Lilla Baby. I mean, in the Lilla Baby, we're probably just going to be carrying her on the front, either inward facing or outward facing. And that'll be the extent of it. Extra hair tie, gotta have an extra hair tie. I am bringing her spoon in case she needs to be fed anything, although I'm hoping she will pretty much just be on the boobs for the flight because feeding her on the flight could just get messy. But in case that I do need to feed her, I am bringing her one of the silicone bibs that she has and a cloth bib. So the muslin bib, I'm just rolling it up and sticking it inside the silicone bib. And actually the best way to do it is to put the cloth bib on first and then the silicone bib right on top. So, because like things always end up falling behind the silicone bib, so then at least there's a bit of cloth to catch it. Can you guys tell how stressed out I am? I do have a cloth, this is a cloth menstrual pad. I don't have my period yet, but this is just like my just in case. I always have it on me because like I'm not expecting my period anytime soon since I am still breastfeeding her quite a bit. But in the event that I get it, I'll have something. Like, because, you know, when I'm in the bathroom, if it happens, I'll have something I can use until I can go to a store and buy some more. So this goes on this side. I'm trying to keep, like, her stuff separate from my stuff just so it's easier for me to find. Little tripod. We'll be traveling with this because obviously we're doing the vlog. So this is just one of those little gorilla pods and it's just a tiny gorilla pod. So that's going in the bag as well. Riley is obsessed with this book still, Peep Inside the Garden. This is a nice, really cool Lift the Flap book. So she loves these flaps. And she can play with this book for a good amount of time. So bringing that with me. I bought like another book for her that she hadn't ever seen before, and I just showed it to her once to see her interest in it, and she wasn't nearly as interested in it as this one. So this is the one I'm going with. And then this bag I just have full of her toys. I've got a couple of her tried and true toys. I've also got her little binky in here. But I've got her tried and true toys along with a couple of brand new toys that she has never played with before, with the exception of I have let her see them, like I said about the book that ended up being a failure. I did show them to her when they first came in. I let her play with them for just a few minutes to make sure she was interested in them. She was interested in them, so once she was done playing with them, I took them away. She hasn't seen them since, and they're going on the plane trip with us. So, we've got her toys in here. We are almost done. We're almost done. Yay! Okay. This little bag says swag. It just has some of my jewelry in it. I'm not bringing a ton of jewelry, but since I'm going to a wedding, I am bringing a little bit of jewelry. Yeah, because obviously I have a baby and I don't need her pulling on my jewelry. So I'm just bringing a little bit. A little something, something. These need to go on this side somewhere. Okay. And then we've got some food snacks. So I have got, for me, I'm just bringing a Cliff Bar. Obviously, I'm sure we can find food at the airport, but this is just like a, you know, sometimes you want to bring stuff. I'm bringing these for Riley. She's never had them before, but I wanted something that I knew would interest her and kind of keep her happy if she's like extremely fussy. Nothing will stop her. I wanted something that she could hold herself and eat because that makes her very happy. And since she's never had these before, she might be interested in them. She likes trying new things. And honestly, there hasn't been anything that I've ever given her that she's like completely rejected. So I'm not worried that she's never eaten them before. She's never eaten them before because I wouldn't really normally want to give these to her. But for the flight as like a last ditch resort kind of a thing, I am willing to use them. And then for Daddy, we've got a couple bags of these vegan popcorn mixes. This one is wasabi flavored and this is lemon fennel. And we're almost done. I've also got, since Riley is on solids now, I need to keep offering her water on a regular basis to make sure her poops are nice. So I am bringing her Munchkin 360 Sippy Cup. I learned about this from my friend Emily from Matt and M, and that is E-M-M, so there's two M's on M. And I'm bringing this sippy cup. Riley also uses like a bottle, but with like a sippy spout. But this one doesn't spill, so if I put any water in here and she doesn't finish it and I need to throw it in my bag, I don't have to worry about it getting all over my bag. So this is going in here as well. And that's everything. That is everything. So here is my carry-on all full. And there is space for more stuff actually. Like I could put more stuff in here if I needed to. And like I said, Daddy's bag also has, he has his whole front flap completely empty. Plus he's got some like easier to access pockets that are completely empty as well. And we'll be carrying this. So we've got all that. And we're actually packing very minimally otherwise. So we're just bringing one medium-sized suitcase with a carry-on size suitcase inside of it is how we're going to travel, because I need an empty suitcase for the other end because I know my mom is a very, very, very excited grandmother, and she has already, I haven't even gotten there yet, and she's purchased so many presents for Riley, so I need space to bring things back. Plus, when I go to the US, I like to bring little things back, mostly food things, because I like to eat. So that is it. This is a long video, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it is helpful for anybody else that is about to travel with a baby. I'm sure I've forgotten little things, but at the end of the day, even when you forget things, you just make do. So I'm not worried. I actually feel really good about this. So bye guys. Thanks.